Alright. I guess enough about that. Let's figure out which side quests I want to do, because we're definitely going to do at least one right now. That's for sure. Yeah. What are we doing? What are you boying? Man, so many options. So many friggin' options. I did not do the maze yet, Allegory. That is actually my next story mode thing. If you look at the story thing, it's reach dimensional research, which is through the maze, I believe. If you ever do decide to try again in the future, word of advice, the order you do the islands in matters? What do you mean it matters? Like it gets progressively harder? Is that what you mean? If that's all you mean, then that's fine. Okay. I assume that just means like each time you go to the next island, they'll have stronger enemies, basically. Okay, so fuck it. We're gonna do which one? Oh my god, I don't even know what one I want to do. Part of me kind of even wants to do these, but I don't know if I really want to do these right now either, because they're probably all over the fucking place. Do I just bite the bullet and I check out the Dark Place elevator thing? I kind of want to. I was told this is the DLC. For Alan Wake. I'm assuming we just have to go to the sector elevator here. Oh yeah, here we go.
There was something there.
Oh boy. It's him, y'all.
It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh?
Interesting.
I should check this out.
Freaking Alan Wake over here. Just popping in the game like, yo, what's up, girl? I'm over here writing your story as you're in it. That's kind of what he was doing in Alan Wake. Like, he was writing the story he was in. Kind of. I mean, that's not necessarily true, but that's kind of how it was presented. The other three challenges are meant to not be meant to be focused on combat. You have to ignore the enemies because they just keep spawning. Oh, I see. So it would have been best to do the one, the Hiss Wave one first, and then the other three with the objectives after. That would have been the better way to do that. Understood. Also, it is very dark here. Never mind. So we haven't been to this sector yet, right? This is a new sector for us. Is this whole sector a DLC? Like this sector didn't exist? You could answer that question.
Hello? Anyone here?
Guess not.
Yeah, I'm guessing having more of my abilities maxed out and stuff would be way more helpful in the jukebox mode. I can see that already.
Seems a lot more crowded.
Missing agents. Mr. Kirkland. Here are latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead from the containment breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Connor, researcher Ezra Cruz, Agent Carolyn Dempsey, Agent Lindsay Malcolm, Agent Charles Murray, and Agent Derek Shaw. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, the network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not yet archived, and the only hard copies of the reports exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. Well, that's unfortunate. Anyway, we picked up that other tape earlier. Let's just... I'm pretty sure we already heard these. And then that hotline with freaking Wake. Here we go. Probably going to be a shit ton of these things to read here. Here we go. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation was launched into the ethical practice of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research, despite the accounts of anonymous blah regarding inhuman treatment of a blah currently housed in the Bureau. Our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of blah sector personnel seem to be wholly unaware of any such blah contained there. One blah confirmed the blah's codename to be blah, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible. Being classified under the highest clearance level, investigators were similarly blocked from entering the blah research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into blah research. Okay. I mean, I didn't watch the whole hotline, Dandy, but I got the gist of it because of Basically, he talked about her taking the elevator. We could listen to the whole thing. Damn, Dandy, if I don't watch every little fucking thing, I swear to God. Mr. Dennis, a request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from Special Agent Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with a writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy. Do it. Yeah, I'm sure you were there all the way there through Allegory's playthrough and just getting him to do all the little things. So, yeah, man. I'm sure it was just an extended version of Jesse Faden takes the elevator to the investigation sector to learn more about Alan Wake. Alan Wake is down in the investigation sector. Do that. Do it. I wrote it, so do it. That's what I'm going to guess it sounded like. All right. To Chief Investigator Dennis. It happened again. Third time this year. Something certainly has it out for our bleh. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough. But why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a bureau tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on bleh Lake if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigations agents. It's only a matter of time before this bleh hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Catch those coons, those little fucks, the trash pandas. There's a lot of papers laying around here, man. We might as well get them all. Mr. Dennis, so yes, there's an increase in AW cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost at the Hartman thing and the ones who left for the other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managed to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk, goddammit. People are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle that shit. Okay. Cool. Button press. Okay, so we have to find an alternate path to get through there.
Probably lose
There's
power.
so many fucking pieces of paper just in this one first room. Jesus. Blair of Blair 2019. To whom it may concern. It is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigation of the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's Blair. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame the situation on our Blair, who has routinely ignored my requests for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the Blair loose inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open that fire break. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The Blair has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him that. Sincerely, William Kirkland, whatever.
Somewhere.
Whatever, dog. I don't know what possessed me to do that voice, but there you go. Just because it said, to whom it may concern. I just felt like it. Anyway, some details from the tractor. Miscommunication led to blah, blah, blah. Male Caucasian. 33-year-old man found dead on his property. Police report remains obtained for coroner's office. Also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Blunt force injuries to the head, blunt force injuries to the dislocation of the right knee, complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus, extensive trauma, abdominal region, complete avulsion of multiple organs, including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and portions of the large and small intestine, all missing from the scene. It is my conclusion that Mr. Burroughs' death is not the result of mechanical accident. All is claimed by the authorities. The removal of organs consistent with an animal attack. Somebody ate his bitch ass. Ate your bitch ass. Move out of my way, things. I'm trying to get by. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to the target AWE, like you asked. I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this Grumman Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of them here. Given the records, it is possible he switched teams like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the ordinary case, but that was just the adults, if I'm remembering the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings on various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot in a shared space could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon this place off and maybe get the comms guys working on a cover story. Okay, then. Everybody disappear. What happened? Oh, no. And apparently Morrow finished FF6. GG for her, I guess. I'll watch the final part later. I saw her go through most of the dungeon. I just didn't get to catch the ending. Containment procedure. Item is not Bureau custody. None known. The Bureau tractor. Oh, yeah, there was a tractor in Alan Wake, wasn't there? A Frank Elk tractor, olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized responses or growls and unmanned locomotion. Considered highly aggressive and dangerous. In fact, it's that tractor that, like, ran us over a bunch of times, isn't it? It's that tractor. Anyway, the item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow, owner of the Burrow farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on the scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow beneath his tractor. Police arrived but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panicked calls to federal authorities were accepted by Bureau communication staff. The team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item but responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured. Then when they tried to detain the item, which escaped, aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burrow only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. This is way too many files in the first fucking room. Like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. There's another one. Jesus. Stop it. It's too many. All right. Official findings report. Prime candidate program. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation P1429 was launched into the legality of the Prime candidate program, by the Federal Bureau of Control. The FBC. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation use executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both painted an alarmingly clear picture of systematic and blah were brought into the Howells house and placed under examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic of preternaturally inclined Not only is this in breach of the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human The investigation team unequivocally the Prime planning program and recommends that it will be immediately. Did you get that? It was very So much in that one. The stuff blaze. Okay, so I need one of these power things. There's one over there, which I knew was there, but is there another one around here? I kind of don't want to yank this one out unless it's not doing anything. Are you doing anything? You're powering something. What are you powering? Are you powering this light? This broken-ass light? I'm just going to yank you out and see what happens. Did you do anything useful? It doesn't seem like you were. This is going to open up the door that I couldn't go through, so I'm just going to do it. Nailed it.
That gate should open.
Alright, before we go, though, there's stuff over here. I never went upstairs over here. And guess what? There's a ton more files over here. Whoop-de-doo. Here we go. Kirkland, I am growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are the head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think that would happen? Holding a dangerous specimen in investigations. The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are failures, plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench, the guy we've listened to the most in this game. Mr. Hotline Bling himself. All right. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, Blah, Blah, Blah was launched into the Blah of director Zachariah Trench. A recent charge in Blah witnessed in Director Trench, including aggressive Blah when Blah with other staff has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable Blah between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff, although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter. Witness account suggests their argument centered around the Dimensional Research Wing and the Blah kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's Blah as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any Blah that his fitness to lead is not in question. Refer to file Blah for a full report. It's kind of weird that this whole area is DLC when there are so many fucking files that pertain to like actual main story stuff. I mean, it is all just background to be fair, but still, this is a lot. This is like this. Not all of this is focused on like the Bright Falls incident or Alan Wake or anything like that. Some of it is, but not all of it. It's interesting. Dr. Ryan Underhill is a professor of the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill has worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDAs since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. Otherwise, they'd be fucking on the regular. You know what I'm saying? This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. Got it. Welcome to the world building of Control. Yeah, 1,000 files in one fucking spot. That's too many files, man. Not looking forward to more. There's too many. It's too many files. Like, I get why there's files, but this is too many. This is too many. In one spot. Spread them out, please. Anyway, let's go in already. Good lord. Been reading for half an hour already, it feels like. Jesus. Just on this one room. And hey, we got a control point to teleport to now, sweet.
I'm no detective, but
Oh boy.
definitely happened here.
No way, something happened here? Girl, you are a top-notch fucking Scooby-Doo detective. Blessed organization. This group individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered items case as well as the death of an agent for exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the legal use of an altered item. In 1980, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have been ever been located. However, their connection to appearances of altered items and object of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed organization. Hashtag blessed. Just look for that on Twitter and you'll find all those motherfuckers. Alright, here we go. Are we going to end up in the same place we always end up? Oh.
Do we know each other?
Yes, we are. But first...
This feels familiar.
This feels
I can't seem
familiar.
to- I've forgotten it. I'm sorry.
My name's
My name
Alan.
is Alan Wake.
I'm Alan. Oh boy. Get ready for trippy shit. Okay.
Who are you?
I'm you.
Who are you? Do I know you?
Look
I'm your
at
friend
Alan.
Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role, a character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? an artistic collaboration. You need a drink.
Oh, look. We get to watch some more Night Springs. Ay, ay, ay. This is some trippy ass shit. Like, visually, I mean.
Endless darkness.
Endless darkness.
Hold still.
Ugh.
We're very close now. You've been writing. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Writing?
You found a way!
No. I don't. Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen
Yeah.
him.
Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
Well, that was trippy. Let's trip out some more, I guess.
That was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
You don't want to know. You don't want to know. He a crazy hoe.
Thomas Zane was with him.
Thomas
The poet.
Zane.
No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
The poet filmmaker. What the fuck? I rang it once and it fucking echoed. Oh god. I guess that activated this fucking vending machine. Shut the fuck up. You're too loud. Any doors open? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, lots of doors open. Ay ay ay. Could you stop having creepy ass sounds pop up that are loud as fuck in my ears? Shut your creepy ass music up, bitch. Oh, hello. Door just opened as I came out. Did I find the key already? Oh, maybe. I don't even know if that was the key or if I just broke the light, but yeah, whatever. I think I got the key. I'll go check.
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman, broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting.
Lurking, roaming, waiting. Let's listen to it in its entirety, so Dandy will be happy.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC, brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound, a resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Oh shit. What changes that? Find out next time on Alan Wake.
Then something else came. A resonance.
Alright, we got what we needed. Ding ding, bitch. Fun fact, Casper Darling, played by Matthew Peretta, is It's also the voice of Alan Wake. Oh. You know, that actually makes a lot of sense. His voice is similar. I didn't even think about the fact that that doctor dude, Dr. Darling, sounded like Alan Wake, but he totally does. That makes sense. Didn't even hit me that that was the case until you said that, and now it sounds correct. Can I just fly over there? I think I can. Open up, bitch. Oh, can I break it? I can't break this, can I? Hold up, let me fly over it maybe. No? Okay, never mind on that. Huh. Get fucked, homie. Well. I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do about this situation, but okay. Can I fly over there? That seems too far away. Do we try? Let me look around for a sec. Oh, shit. Well, there's enemies now, so maybe we're good. Yo, what up, Drew? How you doing, sir? Welcome. OG, triple OG. Hi! Thought I was clear already, bitch. How dare you? I don't think killing those guys did anything. Yeah, I think I'm missing something over here. Wait, is there a file here that I walked right by? Totally. The purpose of internal investigation X097 is to examine the containment failure of the specimen SI1 that resulted in the deaths of blah agents. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the blah blah, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressiveness, or in an aggressive blah. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. The air filters were changed, and an hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Blair entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. Given their connection to the same AWE case, it is likely that Mrs. Blair's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape, and to the Blair investigation is ongoing. You just chilling there, Drew? That's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm doing side quests. I know last time I said fuck a side quest last night, but I mean, I figured there's so many in this game, I should do some of them. I still don't really want to do them all, but this one in particular is a DLC one based on Alan Wake, so I kind of wanted to check it out. And now I'm already kind of stumped on where to go, unfortunately. So I'm like, where do I go? Do I have to just like fly over there? I don't think I can fly over there. Do I try? Do I YOLO this shit? I'm about to YOLO this shit. To be honest, there's only like 2 or 3 side missions that are super unique and worth doing for stream purposes. That's kind of what I figured, Dandy. I guess if you tell me which ones they are based on the ones I have, I don't mind doing those ones. This is obviously one of them, I imagine, since this is like DLC based on Alan Wake. Okay, well, I actually made it over here, weirdly enough. I wasn't actually expecting to make it, to be fair. I'm assuming this doesn't open either. Alright, we gotta get down there then. Then away we go! Okay, so you are supposed to just fly down here. Aye! Jesus. Scratching my nose and the raid happened. Scaring the shit out of me, but thank you for the raid. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dum dum da 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 da. Maroredo! Welcome from the raid, Pickle. And Maro, I assume. Welcome to the investigation sector. And yeah. I assume the raid means you finished FF6, so GG on that. I know you were really close to Kefka when I left the stream. Basically, when I started, you were basically at the very end, so hopefully your Kefka fight went well. I will watch it later. But yes, GG on that. Anyway, you definitely recommend doing the old growth mission after this one. The other one was the fridge that I already did. The last one you'd recommend you haven't found yet. Okay. That is all I need to know. This is a cool DLC, but it's super long. Okay, well, I'm not going to say I'm going to do all this DLC right now. I'm just kind of checking it out. But if I get another teleporter, maybe I'll teleport the fuck out of here and I'll come back to it. I definitely don't want to spend the whole stream just doing this DLC. I just kind of wanted to check it out. I didn't know it was going to be like its own whole ass area and stuff, but I guess since it's the DLC, I shouldn't be surprised, like I said.
That doesn't look like a house shift.
Yeah.
Do I even want to know?
Yeah. Did I finish Control? Does it look like I did? No, you're asking because I've said DLC. No, the DLC missions actually pop up in the middle of the game, Morrow. I have not finished the game yet. I was just going to do side missions, but one of the side missions happens to be this DLC, and so I was checking it out. I also see a teleport spot here. So I think I'm just going to get the fuck out of here and maybe actually go do a side quest. An actual side quest that I can do right now. And maybe come back to this DLC another time. Not today. Can I do an upgrade from one of my weapons right now? Oh, a new gun. The Surge weapon. Is this a DLC weapon? I don't know. Surge fires adhesive ammunition. Oh, this. Oh, it's like a proximity or I don't know. It's like a sticky grenade gun. It sticks grenades and it blows them up, like a mine gun. What do you call it? One of those like mine. What is it called? Something with a mine in the name. One DLC pops up in the middle, and the other one's only available after the game is done. This is a DLC weapon. It's super OP. All right, I won't grab it yet, but I might try it out later. I don't really want to... Well, I don't know. Materials are pretty much all new ones. I think I'll still wait anyways because I want to save my source for other things, namely ones I actually can use that I've been using.